Good evening and welcome in once again to the 2022 Basketball Champions League America's Championship Tournament. I'm Craig Feda, and we're glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from, around the Americas or around the world. One team has already punched its ticket to the championship game as Bigwa defeated Kisma 98-91 just a little while ago, and the other team to play for gold will be determined with this matchup between Minas, which last night took out defending champion Flamengo in a thriller, and São Paulo, which took out last year's second-place team Real Estelí. There you get a look at Minas coach Leonardo Costa. He will be starting Guilherme Deodato, Alexi Borges, Gui Carvalho, Tavario Miller, and the captain Renan Lenz. Starting for São Paulo, Tyrone Cornell, Cordero Bennett, Elio Carraza, Marquinhos Sosa, and Bruno Caboclo. Our officials for tonight's game: George Vasquez of Puerto Rico, Andres Bartel Maina of Uruguay, and Diego Chiconato of Brazil. Sao Paulo on the court, waiting for Minas to come out. Both of these teams had tight games yesterday. And in fact, both of these teams had statistical deficits which could have cost them the game. In Sao Paulo's case, Estelí led in nearly every statistical category there is, with the exception of shooting. And Sao Paulo came out with a 4-point victory. Sao Paulo shot 34% from three-point land. Estelí just 18% last night. And from the free throw line, Sao Paulo was at 80%, while Estelí was at 59%. So those two stats right there alone more than make up the difference in the 4 points by which Sao Paulo won. Minas, by the way, they had their bench outscored 30-7 against Flamengo, and Flamengo had an 18-0 advantage in second chance points last night. So both of these teams do have some work to do tonight if they are going to be victorious. Bruno Caboclo, who's going to be jumping in just a moment, spent much of the evening in foul trouble. He picked up his fourth foul early in the third quarter. Still managed to play nearly 31 minutes. Not entirely sure what the delay is here, as both teams appear to be ready. We are in Carioca Arena 1 in the Barra Olympic Park in lovely Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. And now we are underway. Sao Paulo controls the tip. Coraza drives, kicks it out. 3 on the way. Beg your pardon, that's a 2 for Cordero Bennett. And just like that, Sao Paulo jumps out to an early lead. Alexi Borges, who last night had 18 points, spins his way into the lane. And a little traffic jam. 6 to shoot. 3 attempts by Tavario Miller rattled out. It's only his 3rd three-point attempt in the group phase and last night. Meanwhile, Bruno Caboclo hits from long range. He was 2 of 6 from three-point land last night, and he gives Sao Paulo a 5-point lead. Miller, blocked left side. Turns toward the bucket and banks it in off the glass with the left hand. Nice move by Tavario Miller. He had 15 points last night on 6 of 7 shooting from 2-point range. Miller, just one of 2 non-Brazilians on Minas. Miller from Bahamas and Facundo Corvalon from Argentina. Tyrone Kernell scores. And again, something to keep an eye on, as we saw Minas outscored on second chance points last night, 18-0. And that foul's going to be on Tyrone Kernell, his first. Kernell, 33 years old, from Jacksonville University. He'll be 34 on April 22nd. So Borges couldn't penetrate. Now the long 3 short. Drive from the left by Kernell. Won't go, and Minas has numbers. They settle for the 3. That's no good. Rebound tipped and finally controlled by Sao Paulo. Ahead to Caboclo. He gets into the lane, and he's going to draw the foul. I believe that's going to be on Gui Carvalho. Caboclo last night, as we mentioned, spent most of the game in foul trouble. Still managed 14 points and 9 rebounds. 27-year-old NBA veteran. Knows how to play with foul trouble, so he did not pick up that 5th foul last night. And now Caboclo has 5 as Sao Paulo is up 7. Now the drive by Carvalho. Sao Paulo bench wanted an up and down call. Not a good offensive set by Minas, and that's going to lead to an easy dunk by Bruno Caboclo, and Leonardo Costa wants timeout. 11-2 in favor of Sao Paulo. And Leonardo Costa wants to talk it over.
Transição poste baixo. Transição poste baixo. Bola entra no Miller. O corte sem bola pelo fundo. Caboclo salta, corte. Vai mais agudo, Gui, pra achar esse espaço. Vamos fazer essa agora.
Not much being said on the Minas bench. Minas never trailed by more than 7 last night. In fact, neither team in the quarterfinal between Minas and Flamengo had more than a 7-point lead, and now they're already down by 9 with 7 minutes and 11 seconds to play. in this first quarter. As we get a look at the dunk by Bruno Caboclo. Well, let's see if Minas can put something together coming out of the timeout. Carvalho left side to Miller. He's in the corner, working on Sousa. Short jump hook, no good. Gets his own rebound. And a fresh 14 for Minas. Now Borges in the lane. Gets it to Miller, and he lays it in with the left hand. There's some second chance points for Minas. And Miller has all 4 of the points for Minas at this point. Pass out to Caboclo for 3. That's short. Rebounded. Finally taken by Carvalho. Using Miller as a little bit of a screen. Now here's Deodato getting it to Miller. Miller keeps it. Into the lane, off the glass. Defender might have gotten a piece of it. It looked like Marquinhos Sousa might have gotten a piece of that. I think Miller wanted a foul. And now here comes Bennett. Into the lane, up over Borges, and that's good. 13-4. Borges into the lane among the trees, gets it to Miller. His shot blocked by Caboclo. And now the nice find underneath as Tavario Miller flushes it home with 2 hands. And he's got all 6 points for Minas. As we approach the halfway point of this first quarter. Long jumper, no good. Rebounded by Carvalho. Working his way into the paint. That's right on Lenz to the left hand. And Minas has cut it to 5. First 2 points by somebody not named Tavario Miller. Sousa on the drive, high up off the glass with the left hand over the outstretched hand of Tavario Miller. No good. Now into the corner for 3. Carvalho books that one. And Minas is down by 2. And at the other end, my goodness, Tyrone Cornell goes up and jams that home with the right hand. And he gives Sao Paulo a 4-point lead back with 4:17 to play first quarter. A great timeout by Leonardo Costa as it looked like Minas was going to get run out of the gym. But they have clawed their way back into this one. Carvalho has to put on the brakes with Caboclo. Now Miller, 2 to shoot. And an offensive foul on Tavario Miller. Maybe a little bit of an acting job there by Tyrone Cornell, but there definitely was some contact. Minas looks like they're working to get the ball in the paint. They've only taken 4 of 3-pointers. They might be trying to affect last night's strategy that Esteli used to get Bruno Caboclo in foul trouble. And now that pass intercepted. Tried to go between the legs. Carvalho backs it out. 3.5 minutes to play, first quarter. Now Carvalho launches the 3, and that's good. Gui Carvalho scores from long range. And Minas down by just 1. Carvalho now with 6 points. He had 17 last night. Corazza shoots it up over Lenz. That rattles in. And Sao Paulo scores the triple. Sao Paulo back on top by 4. 2:50 to play first quarter. Facundo Corvalon into the game now for Minas. Mike Tavares de Oliveira in as well. He shoots it. That's no good. And the rebound to Corazza. I believe all 5 starters are still in the game for Sao Paulo. Beg your pardon, Isaac Goncalves is in. As Marquinhos Sousa scores his first 2 points, and the lead is back to 6. Carvalho left side. He's had the hot hand from outside. He checks shot and he nails it. Gui Carvalho, 3 straight 3-pointers. That looked like from the moment it left his hand it was going in. Now Caboclo in the lane, up over the tough defense. Rebounded by Lenz. Here comes Corvalon inside. Now Maike. And Corvalon left side. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Back down to Maike. Middle lane, working on Caboclo. Jump hook, won't go. Good defense by Caboclo to not get into the air. And now the long 3, that rattles out. I believe that was Marquinhos Sousa that took that one, and now foul under the bucket. There you get a look at Bruno Caboclo, 27 years old, as Mike Tavares de Oliveira picks up his first foul. Caboclo, drafted in 2014 by the Raptors, 20th overall. He's got 105 NBA games under his belt. He started 20 of them. His best season came in 2019 with Memphis. Played 34 games, averaged 8.3 points and 4.6 boards. Now Henrique Coelho. His 3 is short, rebounded. Nogueira could not get it to go, but there for the putback. Lenz on the block. Now Corvalon. Lucas Nogueira commits the foul. There's that block by Lenz. He stuffed the shot by Goncalves. And with 45 seconds to play in the first quarter, Minas still down by 3. Let's give it to Gui Carvalho. He hasn't missed from beyond the arc. Lenz is calling for it. Nobody's on him. He finally gets it. Now into the lane over Caboclo. The right hand won't go. Tip, no. 4 seconds difference between the shot clock and game clock. And so Elio Corazza will run some time here. Shot clock at 10. Around the screen by Nogueira. Now the jumper from outside the right elbow. No good. Rebound by Carvalho. Put it up from half court. Gui, you got the hot hand. He takes it coast to coast and lays it in with the right hand. Gui Carvalho puts the Jets on and proves that he can score from inside the three-point arc. And he gets his team back to within 3 at 20-17. This is the 2022 Basketball Champions League Americas playoffs. Second quarter action when we return. Welcome back to Carioca Arena 1 in Rio de Janeiro, where Minas trails Sao Paulo by just 1 point. They trailed by 9 in that first quarter. And now Minas has its first lead on the dunk by Mike Tavares de Oliveira. Sao Paulo led the entire first quarter. And now Sao Paulo gets the lead back on the three-pointer. But Minas in that first quarter, they were saved early by Tavario Miller. He had 6, and then Gui Carvalho took over. Carvalho 4 for 4 from the floor, including 3 for 3 from beyond the arc. The rest of the team, 4 for 13 from the floor. Now that jumper by Facundo Corvalon is good. And we are tied at 23. Well, if you watch the first few minutes and you thought Sao Paulo was going to run away with this one and went and got yourself a snack, and you come back and all of a sudden we're tied up. You missed some great play by Minas, in particular Gui Carvalho. Here he comes again. Instead gives it up, 3 on the way. That's good! Renan Lenz, he hit a couple of huge three-pointers in the fourth quarter last night when Minas went on a 9-0 run when they trailed by 7. That three-pointer good. That was Isaac Goncalves. And the circus shot by Corvalon drew contact, but no call. Corvalon now with 4 as Minas goes back up by 2. Caboclo draws the contact on Renan Lenz, and Caboclo will go to the free throw line. Caboclo did not shoot a free throw in the game last night. He was 71.4% from the stripe in the group phase. Seven and a half minutes remaining in this second quarter. A very entertaining game so far. Some good three-point shooting. A couple of dunks. And the MVP so far for Minas, Gui Carvalho on the floor, but how about that timeout by Leonardo Costa? His team was trailing by 9. He called timeout. And maybe all he said was, get the ball to Gui Carvalho. Caboclo hits both free throws, and we're tied back up at 28. Caboclo now with 12 already. He had 14 in the entire game last night. Remember, he played with some foul trouble. He averaged 24 points per game in the group phase. Corvalon to his left. Shot clock at 7. Working on Coraza, launches the long 3, and that is good. Facundo Corvalon scores from way downtown. And Minas up 3, but answering quickly at the other end is Elio Coraza. And again, Minas taking some time to get into the offense. That was kind of an awkward play there by Corvalon. Lost his footing as he tried to get by Marquinhos Sousa. Ended up throwing a wild shot off the backboard. And now Sao Paulo looking for the lead. Sousa. He launches the long three, and that's good! Both of these teams have come to life from beyond the arc all of a sudden. Sousa now with 5. Deodato driving on Sousa. High off the glass. Rejected by Caboclo. And here comes Sao Paulo. Caboclo gets it, and foul before the shot is going to be on Facundo Corvalán. As you look at the shot block by Caboclo at the other end. Helio Carraza sitting down. I believe that's the first time he's had a seat in this game. And a foul. On Enrique Coelho. My friend Victor Mansoure in 2017 at FIBA Americas gave me the proper pronunciation of the Brazilian team names, including Enrique Coelho. Renan Lenz scoring, and we're tied back up at 33. Now Sousa to his left, kick out, 8 to shoot. Drive with the right hand is up and in. Cordero Bennett scores. Beg your pardon, that was Isaac Goncalves. Now Sao Paulo back up by 2. Shot by Miller from 17 is good. And all of a sudden these teams are lighting it up from the floor. Bennett over to Sousa. He gets picked up by Corvalán. Miller steps out. Now into the corner. 3 on the way. That's good! There's Cordero Bennett. And it's 38-35. Miller. Working on Caboclo. From 14, and he hits. These teams can't miss all of a sudden. Minas shot very well last night, 60% from two-point range and 43% from three-point range. Not so great from the free throw line, just 70% as a team. And they are continuing that trend here tonight. As Minas from the floor overall, 16 of 29 for 55%. 11 of 19 from 2 and 5 of 10 from 3. Sao Paulo shooting very well, also 48.3% from the floor overall, 8 of 17 from two-point range, and 6 of 12 from 3. Minas has not shot a free throw in this game. Sao Paulo is 4 for 4 from the stripe. Caboclo, I think he was anticipating a whistle there. And the initial shot ended up going up a little bit awkwardly. And now Caboclo will go to the free throw line. The foul was on Gui Carvalho. That's his second, with 3:27 to play in the second quarter. Carvalho is one of those solid players. Not spectacular, just steady. He'll eat up a lot of minutes for you. Get you some points here and there, play some good defense. He's only 19 years old. He played 34 minutes last night. São Paulo now back up by 3. Alexi Borges, he played nearly 35 minutes last night, as Minas relied very heavily on their starters. Remember, they were outscored last night in bench points 30-7. And Sao Paulo's defense stout on that possession, as Minas did not even get a shot off. Three minutes to play in the second quarter. Sao Paulo up by 3. They led by as many as 9 in that first quarter, and nearly stolen away by Alexi Borges, but he's going to draw the foul. Borges, one of the heroes last night, 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 12 assists. Here is Henrique Coelho. Coelho did not score last night. He was 0 for 3 from the floor. It's a 57% free throw shooter in the group phase. Squeegee guy's being pretty thorough. Can't fault him for that. Wants to get his time on camera. Second free throw by Coelho is straight through. And now Minas trails by 5 with 2:52 to play. Minas takes time out to talk it over. Remember, Leonardo Costa took time out in the first quarter when his team was starting to fall too far behind for his comfort, and now they find themselves down by 5, so he takes time out again. Let's listen into the huddle.
Mike vai ficar aqui, ó. Miller, you're here, right? Trouxemos a bola. Alexei, você tá com o Bennett, evita você no pick and roll. Se for fazer a giro mão a mão, faz com mão a mão com o lateral. Tirar você da ação do pique. A próxima bola é bola no lateral, Santos ou Deodato. O Mike, bom bloqueio pro Miller. O Marquinhos vai ter em você, um bloqueio pra ter troca. Miller, they will switch. Mike, esconde, 3 pontas. 3 pontas, Miller, 1 contra 1. Miller, if it comes, you have Mike or outside passes. Ei, atenção. Volta, nós não temos foul, temos que ser um pouquinho mais agressivo lá. Passa no lateral? Passa no lateral.
Look at the pretty layup by Facundo Corbalon, going reverse for 2 of his points. After the 2 free throws by Henrique Coelho, Sao Paulo leads by 5. Sao Paulo 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Minas has not shot from the stripe yet. Minas has committed 8 fouls to just 3 for Sao Paulo. A little bit of backcourt pressure here by Cordero Bennett. Carvalho now bodied. And the foul by Goncalves. Borges. Back to Carvalho. Now Miller shoots it up over Caboclo. A little too strong, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Sao Paulo ball with exactly 2.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Sousa. Picked up by Miller. The veteran in no hurry. Gets it over to Caboclo for three. That was no good. Oh! Rebound nearly had by both teams, and now a tussle on the floor between Coelho and Carvalho. Coelho trying to rip that ball out of there, just flipped Carvalho over him. Deodato just about had that rebound, then it got tipped away. There you see. Henrique Coelho. After this game, I think he's going to go in for a mixed martial arts workout. Probably an expert in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. 2:06 to play in the second quarter. Sao Paulo looking to extend this 5-point lead. Goncalves gets it back out to Sousa. Sousa, 8 to shoot, driving on Miller, kicking it out to Caboclo. Now back outside. That shot was blocked. Gui Carvalho blocked the three-point attempt by Goncalves. And Gui Carvalho is doing it all. Speaking of heavy minutes, Joaquinho Sousa played 34 minutes and 53 seconds last night at 37 years old. Carvalho for three again, almost fell in, and foul under the bucket. I believe that's going to be on Mike Tabares de Oliveira. As Goncalves will get helped up and go to the other end for the free throw. And very clearly, Mike came over the top. Got Goncalves in the back of the head. Goncalves, a 75% free throw shooter in the group phase. Gets the first. Six points now for Goncalves. The lead is 6, and now 7. So Minas, which found itself down 9 in the first quarter before clawing its way back and taking the lead early in the second, now finds itself back down by 7. Miller turns it over. And Coelho slows things down. Caboclo on the handoff to Goncalves. And now Bennett gets it back. He goes around the screen, 10 to shoot. Driving past Miller for the easy lay-in. Cordero Bennett scores. The lead back to 9. Corvalon around the screen by Miller. Gets it to Miller on the roll. Miller's bank shot won't go. And Sao Paulo with a chance to get its biggest lead of the game. 30 seconds to play in the second quarter. Caboclo directing traffic. He launches the three. That's good! Bruno Caboclo gives Sao Paulo its biggest lead of the game at 12. Borges looking. Now the three on the way. That's short. And the second quarter will come to an end on a nice run by Sao Paulo. They lead by 12, 49-37. A flurry at the end by Sao Paulo from the free throw line, and then the three by Caboclo. Minas had been trailing by 9 in that first quarter, took the lead on the first bucket of the second. The two teams battled back and forth. As you see the shooting numbers there, 10 free throws for Sao Paulo and 0 free throws for Minas. Sao Paulo really with the advantage on the glass, 21-13. Let's look at some of the individual numbers here. For Minas, Gui Carvalho with 11 points on that hot three-point shooting. Facundo Corvalon with 7. Tavario Miller with 10. Renan Lenz had 7. And Mike Tabares de Oliveira had 2. For Sao Paulo, Cordero Bennett had 9 on 4 of 5 shooting. Bruno Caboclo 17 in that first half to go along with 8 rebounds. Henrique Coelho had 2 points. Tyrone Cornell had 4. Isaac Goncalves had 7. Elio Carraza 5. And the veteran Marquinhos Sousa, beg your pardon. Marquinhos Sousa had 5 as well. So that's where we are at halftime. Sao Paulo with a 12-point lead, 47-39. This is the 2022 Basketball Champions League America's Playoff Tournament. Second semifinal. One more half to go to see who will play Bigua. As Bigua defeated Kimsa 98-91 earlier on this evening. The championship game will be Saturday, as well as the third place game, and we will bring those to you as well. But still one more half of basketball to go here. My name's Craig Fada. Hope you've been enjoying this one so far. We're back with second half action in just a few moments. Couldn't figure out how much. All right, sounds good.
parceria com o Flamengo, a empresa TIM e a Lei Estadual de Incentivo à Cultura e a Secretaria Estadual de Cultura e Economia Criativa. Também para a galera do projeto Basquete CDB, que está aí na área também. Uma festa sempre presente. Na moral, gente, vamos juntos.
Welcome back to Rio de Janeiro and the 2022 Basketball Champions League Americas playoffs. Just about to start the second half. Sao Paulo on top of Minas, 49-37. We are at Carioca Arena 1 in Barra Olympic Park in Rio. And Sao Paulo ended that first half with a flurry. They went on an 11-0 run, and Minas did not score in the last 4 minutes of that first half. Minas had trailed by 9 in the first quarter, took the lead on the first basket of the second, played it tight for a few minutes, and then Sao Paulo went on its run. Cordero Bennett committing the foul. Shot won't go. Rebound to Sousa. Sousa thought about getting it to Caboclo. Shot clock at 5. Here comes Sousa with the right hand. The runner won't go. And ball is out of bounds. It'll be Minas ball. Forgas. Picked up by Bennett. Now outside to Deodato. His shot is up and in. A three-pointer. Minas back down by 9. Coraza looking for something. Now drives. Goes up with the right hand off the glass. No. Rebound Lenz. And the foul committed by Gui Carvalho. I believe that's the second foul on Carvalho. Back out to Coraza. Hands off to Sousa. Into the paint. Now the kick out. 3 on the way. That rims off, but Sousa is there for the putback. The crafty veteran works his way up to the glass and gets the easy tip in. He's got 7. That 3 rattles out for Carvalho, and Lenz battling for the rebound, and the foul is going to be called on Caboclo. Raza to his left around the screen. Well, not really, by Caboclo. Now in the corner, the long 2, no good. And Minas running. Deodato holds it up and then throws it away. He's trying to get it to Lenz, and pass was a little too low. Sousa, and Sao Paulo just about lost it over the back into the backcourt. Sousa into the paint with the left hand off the square and in. That's what a veteran's going to get you, especially at guard. More of a point forward is Marquinhos Sousa, but it breaks down. He knows how to find a way. Now Deodato on the kick out. Carvalho, nice crossover. Throws that one wildly off the glass. Lends the putback up and in. Lens on the defense. Yeah, they're going to get Lens for hooking that right hand around, I believe. Now Gui Carvalho having a seat. He won't be down for long. 6:20 to play in the third quarter. Cornell. Sao Paulo just about turns it over. And that goes off the hand of Alexi Borges. It'll stay with Sao Paulo with 7 to shoot. Finally gets it into Caboclo, and he misses the bunny. Caboclo went up gently with that one. Maybe just should have stuffed it, and he's going to get a chance here. Carrazzo and Caboclo. That time he lays it in, and he'll go to the line for the three-point play. Beg your pardon, that was not Caboclo, that was Tyrone Cornell. So Cornell will try to give Sao Paulo its biggest lead of the game. They're up by 13 right now. Second foul on Facundo Corvalon. Cornell was 5 of 6 from the free throw line last night. 92% in the group phase. So it's the biggest lead of the game for Sao Paulo, 14. And Alexi Borges scores from in close. He'll go to the line for a chance to complete the three-point play. First points of the game for Alexi Borges. He had 18 last night. Completes the three-point play, and Minas now down 11. Alexi Borges played such a huge role in the win last night for Minas over Flamengo. 18 points, 12 assists. Hard to believe those were his first points tonight. Now the jumper over Miller, no good. Rebound by Cornell. Into the paint. Caboclo with the nifty. I'm not even sure how to describe that. The no-look behind the head, two-hand layup off the glass. I'm sure we'll get another look at that one. Don't think I've ever seen anybody shoot a ball like that before. Cordero Bennett sitting down with his third foul. Corvalon. Lenz for three. That's good. Renan Lenz strikes from long distance. 2 of 4 from beyond the arc tonight. He's got 12, gets Minas back to within 10. Lenz had a couple of big three-pointers in the fourth quarter last night. Let's see if he repeats that performance in this one. And a huge mismatch in the paint between Alexi Borges and Tyrone Cornell, and they're going to get Cornell for the foul. Cornell at 6'8", Borges at 5'11". Borges had position. Two were battling, and Cornell got whistled. Maybe that'll spark a little something for Minas. Miller. There's Deodato. Still plenty of time. Deodato fades away from 19. No good. Rebounded by Sousa. There's really no position on the floor that Marquinhos Sousa can't play. He's been doing it at such a high level for such a long time. Just a remarkable, remarkable player. Sousa with the layup. We've seen him do that a couple of times when nothing else was going on offensively for Sao Paulo. He took it himself. He's got 11 now. As Corvalon gets it over to Deodato. Tried to get it to Miller, tipped out of bounds. That should stay with Minas. And it will. Once again, our officiating crew tonight. Jorge Vasquez of Puerto Rico, Andres Bartelmaina of Uruguay, and Diego Chiconato of Brazil. Now Borges with 10 to shoot. Around the screen by Mike. And the attack by Corvalon draws the foul on Caboclo. Beg your pardon, that was on Marquinhos Sousa. Minas has shot just one free throw tonight. And Corvalon nets the second. On the other hand, Sao Paulo 11 of 11 from the free throw line. Those 11 points, the difference in the game until now, as the deficit gets chiseled down to 10. Corvalon now with 9 points. A little bit of token backcourt pressure by Minas. Goncalves thought about the three, and now Sao Paulo backs it out. Here comes Bennett into the paint. Nice ball movement. Turnaround J is no good. And Mike the rebound. Here's Gui Carvalho back in the game. We knew he wouldn't be down long. 3:05 to play. Carvalho up over Caboclo. Doesn't score. Coelho. Picked up by Mike. Oh, beautiful crossover. Coelho beats Mike Tabares de Oliveira. Goes glass and lays it in. Coelho now with 4. Lead is back to 12. Lends out to Mike. His three is up and good. Mike Tabares de Oliveira has 5 points now. And the lead is back to single digits. Sousa. Beg your pardon, that's Coelho. Launches the three. That's good! Henrique Coelho strikes, and he's got 7 points. He averaged 5.3 in the group phase and did not score in the quarterfinal game last night. Lenz gets it to go from long distance. Renan Lenz now with 15 points. As every time Sao Paulo scores a bucket, Minas answers. But Minas is going to have to get some stops defensively. Kick into the corner for Carrazzo. Carrazzo backing down Borges. Kicks it out. 3 to shoot. Stolen away by Minas. There's that defensive stop they needed. Minas has numbers. Carvalho kicks it out. And now Borges. Lens for three. Looked like that was going to go down, but it did not. As Henrique Coelho takes a spill. Carraza picked up by Mike. And now Caboclo on the drive. And a foul before the shot. And a fast third quarter, it seems. I think they're going to get Lens on that foul. .3 seconds to play. Sao Paulo by 9. Led by as many as 14. Bennett between the rings. And on the drive. Kick into the corner. 3 on the way. Rebounded. And another 3. That's good! Elio Carraza now has 8 points. He's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc, and the lead back to 12. Mike just about loses it. Shot clock is off. Game clock now at 9. Deodato looking for a seam. Finally launches the long three-pointer. That's short. Carvalho tries to save it, but the third quarter will come to an end with Sao Paulo on top, 68-56. Sao Paulo just 1 quarter away from a berth in the finals. Will they be able to hold on? We shall see. Minas made a big fourth quarter charge last night against Flamengo. Can they do it again? Fourth quarter action from Rio de Janeiro when we return. Ten minutes to play in Carioca Arena 1 in Barra Olympic Park in Rio de Janeiro. Sao Paulo leads Minas by the score of 68-56. Gui Carvalho had 11 points in the first half for Minas. Has not scored since. Renan Lenz has 15 for Minas. Tavario Miller, 10. Bruno Caboclo, 19 points, a quiet 19 points. And 9 rebounds for Sao Paulo. Marquinhos Sousa has 11. Bennett on the drive, and that's good. The lead is back to 14. That matches the biggest of the game as Bennett has 11. Corvalon has to back it out. Around the double high screen. Oh, and a beautiful feed to Mike. Mike could not complete the dunk, but he is going to go to the free throw line. For a moment, I thought, where is Corvalon throwing that? There's nobody there. And then Mike broke. It's like a quarterback in American football throwing into space before the receiver gets there. It's called leading him. So Mike did not shoot a free throw last night. He was 8 for 8 in the group phase. Mike hits them both. And it's back to 12. Mike has 7. 1 minute elapsed nearly in the fourth quarter. Coelho hands it off to Bennett. 8 to shoot. Bennett launches the 3. No good. And that, I think, is going to stay with Sao Paulo. Boy, that sure looked like Minas tried to throw it off of Sao Paulo and was unsuccessful, but evidently they were successful. The officials, of course, always with a better angle than I have. Once again, our officials tonight, Jorge Vasquez of Puerto Rico, Andres Bartelmena of Uruguay, and Diego Chiconato of Brazil. Into the lane for Mike, and he scores. And he gets the lead down to 10. Mike, another one of those big guys who moves like a smaller guy. He's 6'11". Borges needs help. Bennett backs him down and scores. Borges was doing everything he could. Bennett just too big and too strong. Borges had just 5'11". Eight minutes to play, and it's an 8-point deficit for Minas. This is not unfamiliar territory to them. Trailed by 7 late last night. And the shot blocked. And Caboclo can't believe he got called for the foul. Yeah, there was body there, but Caboclo went straight up. I think he's got a legitimate beef. Had Mike been able to throw that down, that would have been a poster shot for the ages. But a strong block by Caboclo, and unfortunately for Big Bruno, they whistled him for the foul. Just the first foul on Caboclo. Free throw by Mike is up and in. And once again, he gets it back down to 10 with a pair of free throws. Mike with 11 points. He's 4 for 4 from the stripe. Bennett high left side. Drives into the paint. Gets a defender in the air. Now the hook shot over Mike and scores. Tough shot there by Cordero Bennett. He's got 15. Borges around the screen by Mike. Pulls up from 20. No. Rebound tip. Finally controlled by Gui Carvalho. And he draws the foul. Third foul on Sao Paulo in the fourth. Minas has not yet committed an infraction. Inside 7 minutes to play. The lead is 12. Lenz turns and shoots. Short. But the offensive rebound, now a long three, well short by Guilherme Deodato. Not sure why he shot it from that spot with that much time left on the shot clock. Raza into the front court, working on Deodato. Now Marquinhos. His shot is no good. Rebound tipped, and they're going to get Mike for the foul. Third foul on Mike Tabares de Oliveira. Sousa brings it up between the rings. 8 to shoot. Drives once again. Now kicks out. Good ball movement on the outside. Bennett. The circus shot is up and in. Cordero Bennett attacks with the shot clock winding down. Does the scoop layup. A little English off the glass and in. And he gives his team a 14-point lead with 6:17 to play. Leonardo Costa wants timeout. You remember in the first quarter, his team was down by 9. He took timeout, and they came roaring back. We'll see what he can draw up here.
Bola por baixo. Step por baixo, recupera.
Mesmo com o Marquinhos.
Ei, se for pop, mesmo com o Marquinhos. Ei, se for pop, a gente precisa recuperar. É step alto. Outra coisa. Se for pop, é step alto. O Bennett já deve ter feito 10 bandejas. 10 bandejas. Por que que nós chegamos no closeout desesperado nele? Se alguém me explicar, e falta 6 minutos, vocês me explicarem. Não dá mais pra tomar bandeja do Bennett. Se ele cortar, para embaixo, caralho. Nós temos 2 faltas. Ataque. Direto, mão a mão. Eles estão olhando o roll. Olha o passe das costas. Tá? Eles vão inverter aqui. Olha o
Sao Paulo on top by 14. Minas trailed last night in the fourth quarter, but the lead was only half of this. They trailed by 7. They hit 3 straight three-pointers against Flamengo to take a lead. Now let's see what they can do against Sao Paulo. Carvalho into the front court. Screen by Mike. 10 to shoot. Not much movement by anybody on the offense. Now Lenz is long two. Boy, that was not a good offensive set by Minas. Not much motion there. Razzo. Now Caboclo. skips his way into the lane. No good on the bucket, and then a foul called. It's going to be on Henrique Coelho. Borges gets it back. Launches the three, and that is good! Alexei Borges with a huge bucket there. Gets it back down to 11. He's got 6. Bennett holding. Running a little bit of clock here. Not quite time to go into the four corners offense just yet. Now the pass zipped inside to Coelho. Now the three by Caboclo. That's good! Bruno Caboclo strikes from outside. And he's got 22. Now Lenz at the other end. He answers from 3. So Minas and São Paulo trade three-pointers, and the lead remains 11. Both teams shooting it pretty well from outside, as you see. And Lenz hits the deck. That allowed Marquinhos Sousa, beg your pardon, to go on the attack, and was not able to complete the layup, but he will go to the free throw line. Second foul on Alexei Borges. Sao Paulo has not missed from the free throw line tonight. 12 of 12. Sousa has 12. Make it 13. Borges to the right elbow, pops from right there and hits. Borges now with 8. Raza just about loses the handle. 5 to shoot. Tried to get it inside to Caboclo. He gets it back. Has the shot blocked. I don't think they're going to count that. You may have to look at that a little bit closer. The shot was blocked, and then it went over, and they're going to say count the bucket. That's good officiating right there. The clock should have been reset if, after the block, the ball touched the rim. And I suspect that's what happened. The clock did not reset, but it was Sao Paulo ball on the offensive rebound, and they got it right back up and in. So count the bucket. Nice job by the officiating crew. Again, Jorge Vasquez, Andres Bartelmaina, and Diego Chiconato. Free throw short by Carvalho. Minas can't afford too many of those. with just 3 minutes and 21 seconds to play and a deficit of 13, now 12. Some backcourt pressure and a turnover. Beg your pardon, they're going to call a foul on Enrique Coelho. And Minas will be shooting. Fourth foul on Enrique Coelho. As Tavario Miller will have a seat for just a moment, I would suspect. Lenz misses the three-pointer. Caboclo comes out of there with it. And foul committed by Borges. That's the third foul on Alexei Borges. Bennett, hounded by Carvalho, calls for the screen. Here comes Caboclo. Caboclo rolls, but Bennett kept it. 6 to shoot. Bennett spinning off the glass. No good. Yeah, it is good. And Bennett comes down, holding the left leg. May just be a cramp. Minas takes timeout. They're down 14 now after the bucket by Bennett. Starting to look pretty grim for Minas, but don't forget they came back late last night. Let's listen in to Leonardo Costa.
Ataques rápidos. Se jogou o pique, não saiu o pindal, nada. Mão a mão e ataque rápido. Atenção na batida para dentro, olhar os passes fora. Fizemos a bola, subimos a quadra. Não dá para esperar o Bennett cozinhar mais. Nós vamos. Eles estão abrindo 4 pontas. Pressão na bola. Corte. Gui, você tem ajuda aqui para foul de ataque no Bennett. Você vem lado a lado até o lance livre. Entra na frente para foul de ataque. O homem alto roda corner. E o Gui que foi batido roda alto. Nós vamos precisar acelerar.
That's exactly what it looks like for Cordero Bennett. Cramp in the calf. Try to stretch it out. As Sao Paulo tries to stretch this 14-point lead into one that Minas will not be able to come back from. Cordero Bennett, 19 points for Sao Paulo. He had 11 last night against Esteli. Averaged 11.8 in the group phase. Carvalho loses the handle. Here comes Caboclo. Thunders it home with the right hand. And that gives Sao Paulo its biggest lead of the game at 87-71. Carvalho tallies 2 more. 2:15 to play. Sousa. Hounded by Deodato. Here comes help from Borges. Now inside, and the bucket by Cornell. Cornell's got 9. It's back to 16. Carvalho. And Caboclo basically just let him go and have that one. They'll trade 2-pointers with Minas all day long. They just don't want Minas shooting from outside. São Paulo has led for 34 of 38 minutes in this game. Coelho. And the foul called on Minas. That'll be on Borges. Seen a lot of guys hitting the deck tonight. There you get a look at Henrique Coelho. Spent some time with the senior national team playing in FIBA Americas, the AmeriCup competition. Caboclo playing point center, has his pocket picked by Lenz. Lenz loses it. And they're going to say there was a foul on São Paulo. 1:18 to play. Dire straits now indeed for Minas. Fifth foul on Henrique Coelho, and he will sit down. Lenz to the free throw line. 69% in the group phase. 2 of 2 last night. His first free throw tonight. That is up and good. Lenz now with 19 points to go along with 6 rebounds. Second free throw good. And the lead is 12. Lenz with 20. Alexi Borges sits down. And São Paulo, careless, turns it over on the inbound. And let's see if Minas can catch lightning in a bottle. Remember, Gui Carvalho was hot as could be in the first quarter. We know Lenz can shoot the outside ball.
Hey, watch here, watch here. Watch here.
And the catch and shoot off the inbound pass. Nicely done. Lenz now with 22. Foul is going to be on the captain, Renan Lenz. And that is his fourth. And that's a decision point for Minas. If Lenz has to foul somebody, does he do it? He's one of the few three-point options that Minas has. São Paulo now has not missed from the free throw line tonight. They are now 14 of 14. They shot well as a team last night as well. 80%. But tonight, just lighting it up from the stripe at 15 for 15, and Sousa's got 15. Corvalon whips the pass out to Borges. Now Gui Carvalho for 3. Air ball. Caught by Cornell. And now São Paulo can just chew some clock. They're up by 12 with 45 seconds to play. Minas not fouling. I think they read the writing on the wall. That three is up, no good. Rebounded by Deodato. And he turns it over. So Sousa throws the alley-oop. And the exclamation point on this one, Bruno Caboclo hammers it home. He's got 28, and Sao Paulo is going to advance to the championship game of the 2022 Basketball Champions League Americas playoff tournament. Teams congratulating each other as the clock winds down to all zeros. This one was all Sao Paulo, and they take it 93-79. Sao Paulo led for all but 1 minute and 43 seconds in this game. As we look at some of the individual numbers on this one, for Sao Paulo, Bruno Caboclo, 28 points, 12 rebounds. In 40 minutes, he played the entire game. Coraza had 8 points and 6 assists with 4 rebounds. Tyrone Cornell, 9 points. Isaac Goncalves, 7 points, 4 rebounds. Marquinhos Sosa, 15 points, 4 boards. Cordero Bennett had 19. Hike Coelho had 7. As a team, Sao Paulo, 57.1% from two-point range. 10 of 23 for 43.5% from beyond the arc. But look at this, 15 of 15 as a team from the free throw line. For Minas, they just did not have the magic tonight. Guilherme Deodato had 3. Alexi Borges had 8, along with 6 assists. Gui Carvalho had 16 points, 11 of those in the first half. Renan Lenz had 22 and 6 rebounds. Facundo Corvalon had 9. Tavario Miller finished with 10. And Mike Tavares de Oliveira had 11. Minas, as a team, 48.3% from the floor, 18 of 34 from two-point range, 11 of 26 from 3. They were excellent from the stripe as well, 10 of 11. All of those free throws came in the second half. So the final is set. It'll be Saturday here at Carioca Arena 1 in Barra Olympic Park in Rio de Janeiro. It's going to be Sao Paulo taking on Bigua, as Bigua took out Kimsa earlier on this evening, 98-91. And then it's going to be Minas and Kimsa in the third place game on Saturday before the final. Hope you enjoyed this one, a dominating performance by Sao Paulo. And we will see if they can take it the whole way on Saturday. My name's Craig Fada. Thanks so much for watching. So long for now.